Okay, welcome back. Today we're gonna be doing, I cut my hairs, okay? I needed to because I don't want to get blinded by my own hairs. That would be kind of be dumb. That would be a dumb way to go blind, okay? Well, okay, let's get to the video. Okay? Today we're gonna be talking about, the genres, different genres, the specific, the amazing different genres of anime. Okay, yeah, I can't think of the title there. Okay, well, yeah, let's just go with random, okay? I'm not gonna be reviewing each and every, okay? I'm not gonna be talking about each and every genre, but I'm gonna be talking about just random genres which are common, I guess. Yeah, let's just get started, okay? Okay, so first one. The first one is, shonen. Shonen, well, you know what? Shonen, yeah. I don't really like shonen that much, but I watch shonen, okay? I watch shonen, but I don't really like it that much. It's more like, shonen is, to me, is like, yeah, cool. You have a pretty cool fight, cool. But I knew that main character was gonna win, isn't it? It's just predictable. Shonen is predictable. But I would watch a shonen which is not predictable. Like, I liked Demon Slayer was pretty cool. It was cool, okay? The animation was great. I watched Demon Slayer before the 19 episode was famous, okay? I was the guy who watched from starting, okay? I was watching it, okay? So you can't blame me that I'm saying just for the 19th episode. But yeah, it's good. The animation's good, the fight is good. But the best anime shonen? Not really. I don't even care for shonens, to be honest, that much. They're cool, but the story's kind of boring to me, to be honest. It's predictable, that's it. Maybe they are, I know, they're better for sports animes. Sports? Yeah. Shonen animes which are not predictable, but yeah, I would rather watch some sports animes, man. They're better. They're just better. Okay, yeah. Sports animes, of course, we need to talk about them. Sports animes are basically just better versions of shonen animes, okay? Tournament arc. It's a genius versus a genius getting topped by a genius and a Masaka. Nani? It's just good. It's just random bullshit. But it's good. And yeah, well, the best part is about sports animes is you can't predict them. Okay? Like the sports animes, the best part I like about it is like if you're watching a sports anime, there's a quite good chance that the team is gonna win. But there's an equally good chance the team is going to lose. And the best part is you don't even care about that. You don't even care about the winning. For me, at least, I don't care about the win or the loss. What I care about is the match. The match is hype as hell, okay? I get too hyped for sports animes because I play sports and I can understand it. I can relate to it. I get motivated as hell watching sports animes and I like that. But there's two kinds of sports animes, We're talking about the sports animes also. Yeah, the sports animes? The female sports animes. Again, there are also two kinds of female sports animes. Because there's sports and there's sports. Now, the sports animes are pretty good. The sports animes, Chihaya Furu, and there's some good ones, I guess. I can't really think of more on top of my head, but it's Chihaya Furu. Yeah, Chihaya Furu is a pretty good example, to be honest. It's freaking good. Chihaya Furu is one of my favorite female sports animes, and there's pretty good animation. But there's Keijo too. There's Keijo, which is a sports anime, which is also good. But most of the time, there are sports animes that just don't work because they try to do something like, Hachigatsu no Cinderella line of Tamayomi. They try to do it, okay? They try it, but it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work. I have tried it. Like, okay, the best way to describe it is like, what did you say? What do you call that? What do you call that thing? Bullshit. Yeah, that's what it is. Because you try to do sports animes, okay? Sports animes, which is supposed to be sports, but then you add cute anime waifus. When I'm watching a sports, I don't want cute anime waifus. I'm either gonna watch the show for the cute anime waifus or for the sports. And most likely it's the latter. No, it's the first one, yeah. But I most likely watch for the waifus because it's just the waifus. You can't do cute anime waifus with sports. Because Chihaya Furu, again, they did a female lead, but it was like, I like Chihaya. Yeah, that was freaking amazing. And the sports I was more interested in the sports. And actually, yeah, this season we have the rock climbing shit. That's just actually good. I was surprised that it was actually good. I was not expecting it to be good, but it's actually pretty good. And yeah, it's quite good. Sports animes are hard to do, but I do prefer them over shonen. I would rather watch sports because it's more unpredictable, and I like that. Okay, and shonens are well. And again, the shonen is tournament arcs and shonen, freaking amazing. I love them. Okay, shonen tournament arcs are the best ones. Like, oh god, they're good. But other than that, it's kind of predictable. Mechas. Yeah, let's just go with mechas. Because mechas, mechas is a genre which doesn't really work now, does it? Doll in the Franxx, we had Doll in the Franxx, yeah, that was good. But we had Egon of the Hike too, but people don't remember it because that was more mecha than Doll in the Franxx. duh, because it was Igano Daik was, well, it was trash. It was trash. Yeah, I will say that it was trash. But again, the thing is, Igano Daik was more like what do you call it? It's more like a military. Yeah, it was more like a military historical mecha, like war-like condition stuff. It was pretty cool, but yeah, not good. There was Grand Bellum too. Yeah, Grand Bellum, but it was more like a magic show. So yeah, it is. It's like they are mechas, but not good enough. If you want to watch a good mecha, like the best mecha I can think of right now, which is the only one I've watched, which is good, was Full Metal Panic. God, I love Full Metal Panic. I still love Full Metal Panic. The recent full season, Invisible Victory, God, it was good. It's like a perfect show, and like even if you don't like mecha, the Full Metal Panic Fumofu is still one of the best comedy animes. But people don't even watch it because goddamn people don't know about it. Old mecha animes, not sports. Old mecha animes are pretty fucking good. Like Full Metal Panic, oh god, I still consider it one of the best sports. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I will take that back because of the last 2 seasons. Because the first two seasons were done by KyoAni, and that animation was freaking amazing. And the last 2 seasons were done by some random studio, and it was 3D animation. It looks freaking shit, but oh my god, I don't remember shit because okay, I was wrong. I don't remember anything, okay? But the thing is, I watched it way before, okay? Way, like, Full Metal Panic is like one of the starting ones I watched. But yeah, it's kind of weird, but Full Metal Panic is one of the starter ones I've watched. So, Full Metal Panic, watched the whole 4 seasons, Full Metal Panic. But yeah, it didn't feel different to me because I didn't understand what was the difference between CGI and 2D animation, and I just enjoyed it. And so in my brain, I have translated all the 2 seasons of which were like 3D into the KyoAni animation. And that's the reason I don't want to rewatch ever Full Metal Panic, because I've translated in my brain that shit looks like amazing. I don't want to translate it. I've done something I don't even know how to do that. But I did it, and now I don't want to rewatch it because I don't want to go to the trash animation. I watched one clip and I was like, oh, that's how it looks? Wait, I thought that looked way better. But yeah, on the story side, freaking amazing, man. The Full Metal Panic was good. Mechas again, like, you know, I would love to see a good mecha done now, but I don't really see it, man. I don't really see it. It can be done good, but again, there's gonna be something attached to it, wouldn't it be? It won't be a pure mecha like Full Metal Panic. And I would love to see a pure mecha, man. Like, the mecha genre is not gonna, like, it's again, like, I would love to see it, but there's a rare chance it would work. Okay, harem animes. Now, harem is more like, it depends more on the character rather than the, you know, the show story, which is pretty much shit. No one cares about the story of Data Live or Infinite Stratus. That's not the reason you watched it, didn't you? Data Live, it's like Data Live, Infinite Stratus, well, the shows, well, okay, exception, High School DxD. High School DxD is the only exception. Other than that, everything else is pretty shit. It's just a shit story. But again, the best part is, if you remember a harem anime, that's because there was good waifus and good characters. Like Infinite Stratus, yeah, Charlotte, Laura, yeah, Laura and Charlotte, freaking hell. But, and then yeah, Data Live too, Kurumi, Origami, Kotori, god, it's good, but the story? Nah, no one remembers that. And that's the reason. Harem animes depend on the characters, so that's quite hard to judge a show. If you want to watch a harem anime, you have to think a bit. Yeah, you definitely have to think a bit. And you can't just randomly go with any harem anime and you expect, oh, that will be good? No, that's not gonna be good. Well, yeah, actually, most of the time you watch harem animes because you saw a random clip on the internet and you're like, oh, she looks cute, I'll watch that. That's mostly what it is. Like, harem anime, it's just, depends on the waifus, man. It just depends on the waifus. And, that's the hard part, isn't it? Where you have to make a good set of waifus, or else the harem is just trash. And, okay, ecchi. Ecchi, well, ecchi is a genre I don't really like. Ecchi's okay, it's a genre where you don't go for it. But, if you like, you know, if you're stumbling on a harem anime and you see an ecchi, you're like, that will be interesting. Like, you know, High School DxD is like only exception in the harem genre where I'm like, no, it's actually freaking good. But again, there's also, you know, kisses, which is just bad but good too at the same time. Let's not talk about kisses. That's a dangerous topic. Let's not talk about that. But the thing is, with ecchi animes, you don't really go for it, don't you? Well, like if you randomly just saw an ecchi anime, you would probably want to check it out. But you won't really be like, oh, let me just drop this really good anime I'm watching. Let's just watch an ecchi anime. You don't really do that. You mostly just go for it. You're like, okay, fine, let's watch an ecchi. Sure, I guess. It's like mostly like a harem with an ecchi. You know, all of the classic, the harem ecchi slice of life comedy. It's the classic shitty animes, but you want to watch it. Sometimes you just want to watch it just for the characters, okay? Some waifus, yeah, of course, that's the only reason. But most of the time, ecchi doesn't really work that well. And again, there's again some freaking amazing ecchi shows which actually make it better. Like, you know, what was it? Infinite Shadows, yeah, it's not ecchi, is it? High School DxD, yeah, that's the best example I can think of. But yeah, most of the time, ecchi animes, if you go for the fan service, it's kinda, you know, if a harem has a good story, then the fan service is annoying. Yeah, then ecchi's annoying. Like High School, No Game No Life, shit. Well, it's not always. No Game No Life, you don't really remember, if you remember the ecchi from an anime, then that was a bad fan service. Because if it's a fan service and you didn't even notice it was, then that was a good fan service because you didn't even notice that. You don't even remember it. But if you remember it, that means it was a part of the plot. It was connected to the plot. Well, okay, there's a good way to connect an ecchi, make, like, you know, the fan service the plot. But most of the time it comes in the way. Yeah, it's definitely in the way. Okay, Slice of Life. Now, Slice of Life, well, it's not for everyone. But I've made a video, okay? I've made a whole video. I'm not going to talk about it much, but Slice of Life are pretty good. But only if you're into Slice of Life. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain it. Because there's nothing in Slice of Life. But if you want to watch nothing, you know, if you want to watch like if you don't have anything to choose, basically, that's the reason you watch Slice of Life. And it always works. For me, at least. Okay, now mystery. Now, mystery animes are, well, okay, there are two kinds of mystery anime, okay? There's a horror mystery, and there's a mystery. Now, for me, I really personally love mystery animes because I love solving shit, okay? Solving shit is fun. I basically, like, for me, if I can predict a show, that show is shit. That's, if I can predict a show, then for me, I will watch it as a slice of life, if the characters are good. But if it's not predictable, then it's a good show for me. And I love that when I'm like, okay, I can't predict that shit. I like that shit. But yeah, it's basically just that. It's nothing else. It's just a mystery, okay? But you try to solve the mystery, okay? Yeah, the best thing is, if you want to watch a mystery anime, you have to solve it, okay? You can't just watch a mystery anime just for the mystery. The best part of a mystery anime is solving it. Trying to solve it, at least. Not even solving it. Trying to solve it. That will give you more involvement on the show, and it makes it more interesting, okay? I love it. I personally love the part where you can interact with the show, and most of the time fail. But it's hard, and okay, as I said, two parts, okay? Horror and the horror mystery are, well, it's not, horror mysteries are more like, it's more on the side where you can't really predict it, because it's just not predictable. It's mostly like, you know, Death Note and stuff. Death Note is not a horror, I know it, okay? But, like, their cat, okay, like, you know, sometimes like Light Yagami, you can't predict Light Yagami, that's not possible. Like, so, sometimes it's just a horror mystery, okay? It's just a horror mystery, you don't want to predict the story. You can't predict the story. But sometimes there's like, you know, Perfect Insider and stuff like that, Higurashi, you can predict them. But you have to think a bit on that. So yeah, there are two kinds of mystery, okay? That just depends on you, what kind of mysteries you like. But yeah, mystery anime, I personally love them. Okay, anime horror. You know what? Horror anime horrors. Best example I can give is Higurashi, to be honest. Higurashi is like the best horror anime I can think of right now on my top of my head. Not the remake, okay? I have made a whole video on that. Remake is just shit. Just don't watch it. The actual Higurashi is better. But the thing is, Higurashi, like the nail clipping scene from Higurashi, that shit is creepy. But would you say you were scared? Not really, because you can't really show a scene from you know, Higurashi and be like, oh, you cannot show it to your friend and be like, oh, did that scare you? No, you need the character development. And that makes it more creepy. Because you don't really expect Shion to do that. And you're like, oh god, oh wait. Well, that's pretty much it. Well, like, yeah, you know, like another, yeah, it's pretty cool. But I've not watched it yet, but I know it's gonna be good. Like, horror animes are basically just creepy, rather than being scary. Okay, comedy. Well, comedy is not a genre I can talk about a bit, but it's more like, I would say it's more related to the slice of life genre, isn't it? Well, like, slice of life can't be done good without a comedy. Like, you know, Angel Beats, you can consider it slice of life because it is a slice of life, but it's most likely not a slice of life if it doesn't have comedy. You have to attach comedy to a slice of life. Or else, it's quite hard to do, because there is Irazuka Sekai no Ashitakara, which is, shit, I don't remember the English name, but yeah, that shit was like a 7.7 for me. That shit was like different from most of the slice of life animes, because it was just slice of life, not even like drama or anything connected to it. That's a good show. That was a pretty good show. I liked it. But yeah, the thing is, slice of life is connected to comedy, and most of the time you see comedy with slice of life. So yeah, it's mostly like a connection between them. Yeah, it's like a go-to. I don't know. You get what I mean, okay? You get what I mean. Like, it's like it goes along with it. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Konosuba is pretty good comedy. It's pretty freaking good. But that depends on the voice actor too, right? Like comedy depends on voice acting because Zombieland Saga, that shit was hilarious. But Kotaro, like I watched the English dub and I think that shit is kinda okay. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you want to watch Zombieland Saga, just watch it in sub, or else the show is not worth 4 hours. Okay, game animes. Well, okay, if you're talking about game adapted animes, then I have a whole video on that. But if you're talking about like game animes, like No Game No Life, Kakegurui, yeah, that shit is freaking amazing. I love them. Like it's like a sports anime, but like it's different. It's different from a sports anime because you don't really have like a sport. Yeah, it's different. But okay, game animes, yeah, like game animes, I love them. But game adapted animes, most of the time, are pretty shit. Okay, isekais. Well, I had to talk about isekais, okay, guys? Isekais. Now, you know what? Let me just be real here. Isekais, the only reason I watch isekais is because they're predictable. Yeah, I watch them because they're predictable. As a slice of life. They're just a slice of life. Because if I can predict a show, that's it. If I can predict a show, it's just a slice of life for me. But isekais, if an isekai can, you know, surpass my prediction, like, you know, this season we had, well, it was not isekai, it was more fantasy, but we had Demon Lord Academy. That was like, I had a prediction. The show, deciding factor for the show for me was, you know, the first episode where he's like, okay, I was like, okay, if he can kill that guy, I'm interested in the show. And he did kill that guy, and I was like, okay, that's interesting, and that was a good show. As you can see, like, it's like, if you can surpass the prediction, I'll probably like the show. That's the reason I probably like Slice of Life, because you can't predict shit in that. You can't predict a Slice of Life. Yeah, it's just nothing. It's just nothing. You can't predict it. Because, like, you know, next episode there will be like a Slice of Life beach episode, whatever. It's just random. It's just random bullshit. But yeah, it's good. Okay, it's good. It's good. And, yeah, that's pretty much I can say for isekais because, yeah, most of the time they're shit, but I watch each and every goddamn trashy isekai because, you know, there's always a chance there's gonna be a good isekai. And this season, I think we have a trashiest isekai I ever had. Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna make a video on it. Yeah, when I make a video on the seasonals, yeah, you'll get that video. Yeah, that shit is bad. Oh god, that's bad. Yeah, now, like, I don't think so. There's more isekai, a lot of isekais this season. Yeah, but you'll probably figure it out. Okay, fantasy, well, fantasy tag. Fantasy is well interesting. Okay, fantasy is more like, you know, your normal average adventure fantasy anime. It does work most of the time, but it depends on the story again for me because most of the time it's just an isekai, isn't it? Fantasy animes are just game animes, but in real life, isn't it? Yeah. I just realized that. What the hell? But again, yeah, like SAO, Bofuri was good, okay? Bofuri was good. I want to watch season 2. I think it's getting a season 2. But like SAO, okay, SAO is... SAO is, well, you know, SAO, I would say this. SAO is freaking trash. Until Alicization. Alicization is freaking good. I can say that for SAO. But again, it's SAO's fault. No one is gonna watch SAO Alicization just because of the freaking shit 2 seasons. I'm not gonna go through 2 seasons of shit just for 1 good season, which is just okay. But okay, it's like the animation is pretty sick, but if you watch SAO season 2, it might be worth it, but other than that, it's just okay. It's just okay. Yeah, but talking about fantasy, yeah, fantasy animes, I don't really have a strong opinion on that, but yeah, they're pretty cool, I guess, yeah? I will watch a fantasy anime if it has an interesting story or interesting plot, I'll watch it. Okay, Yaoi and Yuri. Yeah, let's just put them in the same bracket, of course, why not? I've not watched enough Yaoi to talk about it, okay? Well, of course I haven't, because most of the time I don't really think there's a good story. If it's a good story, I'll watch it, okay? I'll watch it if it's a good story, but other than that, I won't watch it. No. But Yuri, yeah, I watched Bloom Into You. That's probably the only ones, actually. If it's a good Yuri, I will remember it, okay? Bloom Into You, yeah, pretty freaking sick. I need to watch it, and I don't think it's gonna get season 2, to be honest, but this season we have Yuri, I think. I've not yet watched it, but I think it's pretty good, yeah, it looks pretty good. But Yuri is hard to pull off again, right? But Yuri, it needs to develop the character. I will watch a Yuri only if it has a good plot, or else I'll probably not remember it. Okay, now, yeah, a Yaoi, I can't really have a strong opinion. I've not really watched enough, but I've watched a couple of Boys Are show. Not a couple, actually, 1. Yeah, I've watched 1 because I thought it would be interesting. You know, I just wanted to check it out, what it is. Well, yeah, it is exactly as you imagined it. It is just a Yaoi. But, again, like, if it has a good story, I'll watch it, okay? I'm pretty sure I didn't choose a good show. Yeah, I didn't choose a good show, but if it's a good show, Yaoi, I'll probably like it, but Other than that, I don't know. I don't really have, as I said for Yuri, I don't have a strong opinion for it. If it has a good plot, I'll watch it. Okay, historical. Yeah, let's just talk about historical animes. Historical animes, well, I don't really watch much. Like, historical is mostly, like, for me, historical is basically, like, if I'm watching it, I'll probably enjoy it. But, if I'm not watching, I'm most likely not gonna pick a historical anime, okay? Like, I watched Arte, and I probably enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it a lot. But, most of the time people don't watch historical because it is historical. It seems boring. It seems like history. History is boring. But yeah, historical anime, if I watch it, I'll most likely like it. Because this season, there are like 2 animes historical, yeah. And I'm enjoying both of them, actually. Both of them are pretty freaking sick. But yeah, other than that, I think historical animes are just like, if it's like, it just seems boring on the page, okay? The poster is boring, the name is boring, I'm like, I'm not gonna like that. But then I watch it, I'm like, you know what, that was good. Yojo Senko is like a different example, okay? Yojo Senko is like, well, it is a mystery. It's not historical. Yeah, it is historical, but it's more like, it's you know, it's a yandere, I guess. Yeah, it's Tanya, isn't it? It's Tanya, which makes the show better. Yeah, Yojo Senko is good. Yeah, but it's mostly not a perfect historical example. Most likely, if I say historical anime, it will most likely be like, you know, Arte. Yeah, Arte was good. I can't think of much animes, but this season we have Yoko no Morachi, yeah? And also, there's a Zigafrafia shit. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about these animes in the video I'm making, like, for the seasonals, yeah. Well, that's pretty much it for today's video, and yeah. I mean, I don't think so I'll cover each and every genre, okay? That's pretty much impossible. But yeah, if you want me to make a part 2, I'll make it, why not? But yeah, I would love to know what you guys think about, you know, different genres and stuff. Yeah, I just randomly went with it because I didn't really have an idea. I was like, you know what, let's talk about anime genres. Let's give people my opinion, my shitty opinion, which no one cares about, on internet and post it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, hope you have a great day, and see you guys in the next video.